Hey, what is up, everybody? Before we get to these predictions, I just want to give a quick shout outs to some friends of mine here on YouTube. Number one being my boy TeamRyRy. His link will be in the description box. Go check him out. Secondly, I gotta say, hey, what's up to Boston Fan 79V2. He has a new channel. Go to the description box. Check out the link. Subscribe if you like. And lastly, but certainly not least, I gotta say what's up to HotWaterWrestling. I just watched his prediction video on Extreme Rules, and I really liked the insight that you gave on all the matches. I agree with a lot of stuff you said, which brings me to my prediction video, which, by the way, also go to the description box, click on HotWaterWrestling's link, check them out. If you like what you see, give them a sub. But now, let's talk about these matches. Extreme Rules, just a few short days away. And I gotta say, the pay-per-view overall looks okay. You know, I'm not jumping up and down for joy because a lot of these matches are just rematches from WrestleMania. Plus, so far, there are only 5 matches signed for the actual pay-per-view. Yes, there is a 6th match, but it's on the pre-show. And that opening pre-show match is the United States Championship match. That's right. Santino Marella putting the title on the line against The Miz. Now, what on earth happened to The Miz? The Miz went from main eventing WrestleMania 27 and beating John Cena to barely even being put on the WrestleMania 28 card. Yes, he was on the Team Johnny, Team Teddy match, and he did win that match for Team Johnny. But let's face it, he hasn't seen much TV time in the WWE as of late. Hell, he's not even on this pay-per-view. He's on the pre-show. So I'm wondering what The Miz did to get treated this way. Is this something that he did behind the scenes? Is he being punished? Or is this something part of a storyline? Is this something that is going to catapult The Miz later on down the road? Will The Miz eventually get that push again that he deserves? Now, I would like to see The Miz win this match and win the United States Championship, but, you know, that's a mid-card title, and The Miz is already a former world champion. Why on earth would he go back down to the mid-card scene? Yeah, I guess that would be better than not even being on TV like he's been doing a lot as of late, but I don't know. I want to say that The Miz will win, but I don't think that's how it will happen. I think Santino Marella will retain the title. Santino has only had the title for a short while, and, you know, maybe the WWE has a big plan for The Miz. I think that they're doing this to The Miz on purpose, you know, for a bigger payoff at the end. The Miz has kind of been getting swept under the rug, so to speak, and maybe this is going to be kind of the last straw that broke the camel's back, if you know what I mean. Maybe after this loss that The Miz will get at Extreme Rules, maybe he will take his frustrations out on somebody. You know, who knows? Maybe we'll see a new Miz emerge after all of these defeats. Who knows? But I am going to pick Santino Marella to retain the title. Maybe The Miz will get the win, but I don't think he'll win the title. Who knows? But I'm not going to be mad either way on who wins this match. Okay, secondly, let's get to the Intercontinental Championship. The Big Show versus Cody Rhodes. The Big Show defending the title against Cody Rhodes. I got to agree with HotWaterWrestling. I am tired of this feud. I do not want to see it continue. I am happy to see that Cody Rhodes is getting his rematch. However, you know, I don't want to see Cody Rhodes win this match. I don't want to see him win the IC title back because Cody Rhodes is better than the mid-card. You know, I loved it when he won the Intercontinental Championship. I loved it when he brought back the classic white strap IC title. I loved that he brought the prestige back to that title. You know, he did his job with the mid-card level. Let's see Cody Rhodes elevate to that main event status. He's already done everything else he can do in the mid-card, so the next level for him is the main event. So I'm going to pick the Big Show to get the win over Cody Rhodes and retain the Intercontinental Championship belt. Next, Randy Orton taking on Kane in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, just like Hot Water Wrestling said, it's pretty evident as to who will win this match because Randy Orton lost at WrestleMania, which is something that I thought would never happen. I really thought Orton was going to win at Mania, but I was surprised. I was happy to see Kane get the win, don't get me wrong, but they're not going to have him lose 2 pay-per-views in a row. So I could definitely see Randy Orton get the win over Kane. Now, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. You know, this could definitely be a good match. You know, I definitely want to see this match go everywhere in the arena. I want to see some fighting in the parking lot. I want to see some fighting in the boiler room. I want to see some fighting in the locker room, the bathroom, the stands. I want to see this match go everywhere. And I hope it's a good match. Like I said, though, Randy Orton will get the win over Kane, and that's that. Next up, the WWE Championship is on the line. CM Punk taking on Chris Jericho. Chicago Street Fight. Of course, we all know that CM Punk is from Chicago. So this is the hometown boy taking on Chris Jericho. Yes, Chris Jericho and CM Punk, they have had a pretty damn good feud. I've been enjoying the hell out of it. And, you know, this program very well could continue after this pay-per-view. And here's why. I see Chris Jericho getting the win over Punk on his own home turf. That's right. I see Jericho winning the title in CM Punk's backyard. That's right. Now, what better way for Chris Jericho to really get into the mind, to really get into that psychological advantage, so to speak, to really take that and just really blossom from there. He can take the win in Chicago and just totally own Punk in his promos. You know, I could just see it now. You know, he's already pretty much embarrassed Punk on a week-to-week basis by pouring alcohol all over him. You know, it's made for some great entertaining TV. So why not have Chris Jericho get the win over Punk, which would in turn give Jericho even more ammo, even more gasoline to spread on that fire. He can then have the bragging rights that he won the championship in his own hometown. Just think about it, if you will. Now, on the other side of that coin, I would not be mad if Punk won. In fact, I would love it. Just like Hot Water Wrestling said, I love long title reigns. We don't see it that often, and Punk has had the title since Survivor Series, which was the end of November. So he's going on at least a 5-6 month title reign, which is fantastic. I would not be mad whatsoever if Punk got the win. Punk could get that win, therefore closing the door on this program with Chris Jericho. But I gotta say, I've been enjoying this program so much that I wouldn't mind seeing it for at least another month or 2. So that's why I'm picking Jericho to get the win, just because I want to see that feud go a little bit longer. So there you go with that. Okay, next we have the World Heavyweight Championship. It's on the line in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Sheamus defending the title against Daniel Bryan. I gotta say, this is kind of hard to pick because Sheamus just won the title at WrestleMania in an 18-second match against Daniel Bryan. And now, of course, Daniel Bryan, ever since that happened, he has been getting over with the crowd big time. He's got a new Yes shirt out that you can buy on WWEshop.com. Everywhere you see Daniel Bryan, you hear the Yes chant from the audience. Hell, you hear the Yes chant even when Daniel Bryan's not even on the screen. He's made an impact with the WWE fans. So I would not be upset whatsoever if Daniel Bryan walks into Extreme Rules and wins the match and regains the title once again. In fact, I would actually enjoy that. However, I don't really see that happening. I think that Sheamus will get the win. You know, just like Hot Water Wrestling said, this will solidify Sheamus as being a legit champion. You know, he only had an 18-second match at WrestleMania. You know, with a win over Daniel Bryan at Extreme Rules, it could really make Sheamus more of a believable champion than just getting lucky like he did
at WrestleMania. So I am picking Sheamus to retain the title, but I really would like to see Daniel Bryan get that win. I would not be mad whatsoever if Daniel Bryan was to come out the victor in that match. Okay, last but certainly not least, we get the match that, a lot of people are happy and excited to see, and that's the Extreme Rules match between John Cena and Brock Lesnar. We've seen these guys wrestle before. This is nothing new, but I gotta say, with the new era that the WWE is in, the PG era, whatever you want to call it, things just haven't been the same. And I'm not complaining about it. I've learned to deal with how the WWE is now. I enjoy it. I'm not a hater like a lot of people, but it is refreshing to see somebody from the past come back and make such a huge impact. Now, Brock Lesnar, he came back just a short while ago. It totally would not make any sense whatsoever to have Brock Lesnar come back and then just straight up lose to John Cena. Now, HotWaterWrestling brought up a great point, and just like he said, I'm not sure if it's a legit rumor or not, but he says that John Cena is suffering from a little bit of an ongoing injury. His hip is nagging on him. So how awesome would it be to see Brock Lesnar and John Cena go at it, and then just have Brock Lesnar totally own John Cena in the match? I mean, just totally annihilate John Cena to the point where he has to be ushered out of the ring on a stretcher. I mean, he could totally just pwn his ass in the squared circle. I mean, it would be awesome to see. I am picking Brock Lesnar to get the win. The way it's going to go down, I don't know. But I'm going to agree with HotWaterWrestling, and I'm going to say that Brock Lesnar is going to win, and he's just going to straight up own John Cena. I would love to see that, and it would give John Cena the time to heal, to recuperate. He could take some time off. He could rehabilitate his body. We could get used to not seeing John Cena on TV, and then that would just make for a awesome and exciting return when John Cena finally does come back. So those are my thoughts right there on this whole Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Those are my predictions, and like always, you can leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know who's going to win, who's going to lose. And like I said at the beginning of the video, check out TeamRyRy, check out Boston Fan 79 V2, and make sure you check out HotWaterWrestling. This is Gold Dizzy. Peace out, guys.